everybody. Yeah, we've never actually done a proper video like this, but we'll see what happens. So you may have seen on my Instagram that we have booked a trip and I'm so excited. In case you didn't know, I am turning 40 next year. I know, it's hard to believe. I do look so fabulous, but I in fact am an 80s baby and I will be 40 next year. So we've been plotting and planning for a while what we were going to do. Our birthdays are both in September, so we always go on holiday around that time of year, so there's always a holiday for a birthday anyway, but obviously it's a big one, so we needed a big holiday. There was lots of ideas thrown around. There was a cruise, there was a trip to Singapore, because I would love to see Singapore. There was a multi-stop Disney trip, where we were going to visit Disneyland Paris for a few days, then over to Orlando, then to California, and tie in a trip to Alani as well, and maybe run a Disney cruise, but there were so many options. There was a normal cruise, there was a week at Disney, a week at Universal, there was a week at Disney and then a Disney cruise, there was a variety of different options. However, we settled on just doing the 2 weeks at Disney, for multiple reasons. It was originally going to be a week staying at Surfside like we did in December there, to go to Universal, do all things on iDrive that we love to do, like we love All Red. If you like country music, do not skip All Red. I'll talk about that in a later video. So that had been the original plan. 3 weeks, Universal iDrive for one, and then going up to Disney to do the whole bubble thing with the dining plan. But then our daughter, she will be 30 this year, my stepdaughter obviously, she will be 30 this year and her fiance is 30 next year, so they are planning a family holiday with everybody next year. So we kind of wanted to go on that, and we thought, well, if we do 3 weeks we'll not be able to get the time off work for that, so we thought, well, we'll take that week off next year and instead we will go with them. So we are doing 2 weeks in Disney next year and 1 week's holiday with them. In exchange for that, we have in fact booked a week in Orlando for this September. That does, however, mean we have now cancelled our September trip to Paris. I don't think I told you all about that, but yeah, we had booked Disneyland Paris for this September for my birthday. We were staying at Sequoia Lodge, which I'm a little bit sad about because I've wanted to stay at Sequoia for quite a long time. However, we will be back in Paris in 2027 when everything's done, with the plan of getting annual passes once everything's sorted, but that's a conversation for another time. So we cancelled that and we have booked a week in Surfside for this coming September. It will be just a quick week. Basically, I've said before, we upgraded our 14-day tickets to annual passes when we were in Orlando in December. So that basically cost us $25 each. So we will be utilising them. So it's basically only cost me the cost of the flights and the hotel. We really, really love Surfside. It is such a chilled, relaxed resort, which is perfect when you are... I should point out that I am actually wearing clothing, actually. It's very warm in Scotland today. The sun has eventually come out, so I am dressed. Surfside is such a lovely resort. We very, very, very much enjoy it. So we thought, it's easy. It gets us the early entry to the park. We have our annual passes. Everything's a go. So that is happening this September. So because we've taken that week off of next year, that means we are only doing 2 weeks in Orlando for my birthday next year. And my God, they are going to be 2 weeks. I was so excited. So it is all now booked. Yeah, I was too eager. I was an eager little beaver yesterday when everything went on sale and was just having a look, as you do. Waited in a queue for 2 hours, had a look, priced it, thought, that's an okay price. Then Mark came home from work, we talked about it a little bit. Mark went to bed. Mark goes to bed very early, he's up with the birds for work. And then an hour or so later, he came back downstairs and just said, do you know what? Book it, let's just do it. So I waited in the queue again for another, I think it was 2.5 hours. I didn't actually get onto the website until after 11 o'clock last night. And so it is booked. we are details. So we are going to be staying for 14 nights at Coronado Springs Resort, and we have upgraded from the quick service plan to the full dining plan, which I'm so excited about. I don't know if any of you remember, but in our trip in December, we stayed in Coronado Springs for 2 nights. It's such a beautiful resort, such a beautiful resort. A few of you have messaged me recently asking about Disney resorts and things, and I always say Coronado, and like I've said to those people that have asked, Coronado is just a different resort entirely at Disney. Every resort at Disney is beautiful, but Coronado feels different. It is like a resort holiday within a Disney holiday. So to me, it feels like you're on one of those Mexican all-inclusive vacations where it's just so relaxed and chilled. You can have cocktails by the pool. There's multiple restaurants, multiple bars. It is just so beautiful and such a lovely, relaxing atmosphere at the end of a very busy park day. So our original plan had been Wilderness Lodge because, again, we checked in there in December for the Christmas party and I fell in love instantly. But we both got eaten alive whilst we were there because it's so close to the water, and Mark was very much of the opinion that we like to, if we've got a balcony and things like that, and like if we're by the water, we like to spend time by the water, but there was no way to even keep the window open in Wilderness Lodge without the beasts descending and eating us both alive. So we decided, no, didn't want to spend a fortnight like that. So we decided on Coronado. We love it so much. There are so many food options. We love Three Bridges. Three Bridges is just the best place ever in Disney. If you've not been there, have their sangria, have their queso, have the churros, have everything. It is such a lovely, lovely place. But yeah, so it'll be Coronado. So we decided on that. It is my birthday. We don't normally do table service. You've probably noticed that. We do a lot of snacking, we do quick service. We're not really sit down and take 2 hours out of the day to eat kind of people. We eat on the go, we get done what we need to do, and then we like to relax. So we're not, this time, because it's my birthday, we were like, no, we want to try the fancy places. So we upgraded to the full dining plan from the quick service, and I'm so excited. So excited. It is going to be amazing. There's a few places that we've both wanted to eat for quite a long time, but you know what it's like. You get to Disney, you start spending money left, right and centre, and you're like, nah, that's out of the budget now. I've spent too much money on bags. So the big one that we are hoping to get is Narcoossee's for the actual day of my birthday, so that we can have a really nice dinner. We can hopefully get a table with a view of the fireworks. If not, we'll head out onto the beach and we'll watch them there. But yeah, Narcoossee's is top of the list, which is surprising to us because it's not somewhere we've ever looked at before. But yeah. So yeah, we are going to Orlando twice. Don't fear about Paris though, because I do still have my girls trip coming up in 29 days. 30 days, 29 days? No, 28 days. It is 4 weeks today. Yeah, so we have that. Well, we don't have that. I have that coming up. So that will be me, my daughter-in-law, and my gorgeous 2-year-old granddaughter, or Arabella. We will be heading out just for 2 nights. It will be her first time seeing the castle. Mummy's been before, but a long time ago. She is very excited. She's very excited to Disney the girly way, same way I am, with no boys huffing around us. So we are going, like I say, 2 nights. We are staying at Hotel Cheyenne. No real plans. After all, we do have a toddler with us, so we kind of will just go with the flow of what she's feeling. We do, however, have Princess Dining booked at Auberge de Saint-Laurent. I've probably said that wrong, but hey ho, we are trying. Duolingo's getting there. So yeah, we have that booked. So that's going to be fun. I've never done princess dining before. In fact, I don't think I've ever met any princesses. No, I haven't. Jasmine Moore passed me in Epcot, but I don't think I've ever seen any princesses. No. Yeah, mainly just Mickey, etc, etc. So yeah, that's going to be fun. But yeah, don't really have much else on whilst we're there. Like I say, she's a toddler, so it'll be a lot of just crazy run here and there. But the music festival is on right now. I'm so excited for this. I've been watching my friend Stacey's videos. She was there the day before it launched for a kind of soft opening kind of thing, and they all just look so much fun. The grand finale looks amazing. She is being very blasphemous and telling me that she thinks it's better than Dream and Shine. We'll see. We'll see. Me and her might fall out on this one. Dream and Shine was the absolute best thing to ever happen in Paris. So we'll see whether she's right on that one. Yeah, but I'm very, very excited for everything that's to come. So, yeah. I'll see you all later.